again everyone, how are we all? It's Hayley here at Raising Blooms. Welcome if you're new. I vlog about my garden and some homely bits here where I live in North Kent in the UK. Today has been an absolute scorcher. It's Friday, I've been running around, I've been stuck in the car a lot today. Traffic has been a nightmare and it's been boiling so hot. What is it today, 29 or something today? Yeah, that's hot. I was talking to my son because I know I've got some viewers that are based in the US, and I was saying how they probably laugh at how we complain about the heat over here. But I've heard it's a different kind of heat, and obviously we don't have aircon. We don't have aircon here, so we went to McDonald's earlier today and they have obviously got aircon, and it was just so lovely walking in, and then when we came back out it just hit us and we was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how hot it was outside. So yes, it's been very hot today. Lovely. I have just got back from the garden centre. I've picked up some plants that I just want to refresh the pots with that are just outside the front of the house. Are you wonky? Hold on. Is that better? Yes, so that is my plan this afternoon, and then I'm going to go to my friend's house and sit in her garden for a coffee, I think. Yeah, just chill out on a Friday afternoon, go and see her. I think she's got a little pool up for her son, and she has an absolutely gorgeous garden. She hasn't lived there very long. She's moved in literally around the corner from me, and her garden is stunning. So I think I'll capture some footage of her garden to share with you too. So today's vlog will be working on the new plot. I will be laying out my new beds and chopping back more brambles. Yeah, just work at the new plot today over at the allotment, refreshing my pots at the front of the house and showing you some of my friend's gorgeous new garden where she lives. So stick around and see what's to come. Here we are, not long arrived at the plot. My son has already picked up the strimmer and is doing his favourite job. I am really pleasantly surprised with how good it looks, to be honest, because we didn't manage to get here last weekend. So I think it looks pretty good, and the pond has been topped up from all the rain we've had. So I really was expecting there to be a lot more growth with all the grass and the weeds, so that's a good thing. We're just unloading the boot, and I just wanted to show you how beautiful these poppies are. I do need to cut them back, but I want to save the seeds first. Hello, Mr. Frog.
Don't go.
Are you sunbathing?
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Frog.
Hello, Mr. Frog.
Look at his little mouth.
He's not opening his eyes.
He's talking back to us. So we're just over on the new plot. It's a gorgeous day. I have my strimmer. We picked up a petrol hedge trimmer today from someone that was selling it on Facebook Marketplace. So hopefully that's going to make light work of all these brambles. So I'm really excited to see the transformation. But I was actually pleasantly surprised. We've had quite a lot of rain and the plot doesn't look too overgrown. You know, I didn't get to come here last weekend, so it's been 2 weeks now since I was last here, and we've done all the trimming and it actually looks fairly good. I'm quite happy. I'm going to go over it with the trimmer now, and my husband's just gone back to pick up all the cardboard from our garage, and I'm going to lay it all out and yeah, map where my beds are going to go. Always fun trying to come up with creative ideas to keep the little ones occupied while we're up here in between trying to work on the plot. It can be quite long days for them, so yeah, a little bit of fun for them. We will try to set up a bit of a mud kitchen or something and a kids zone so they can have some fun here too. What's moving around in all my cardboard? Ah! Of course, nothing is more fun than a pile of cardboard, it seems. So maybe that's what I need, a constant supply of cardboard for them to play with and make dens with. Where's he gone? So here he is with his new toy. And my goodness me, it has had some use since we've got it. It really was a worthy buy. For sure. It's even come in handy in the home garden too. So, making light work of the job. Here I am with my new loppers. They are by Spear and Jackson, and my goodness, they go through all these thick stems like butter. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I'm just trying to tackle these branches here to create a bit of a pathway to see if I can eventually find out where the tap's located. This is where we get busy with the fun part of preparing my cardboard to map out where my beds are going to go. But of course you have to take off all the sticky tape, and yeah, wow, there really is a lot of it. So I had some helping hands for this job. Lots and lots of sticky tape to pull off. Obviously this doesn't break down because it's plastic, so you have to remove all the tape before we can put the cardboard down. I think it's a bit like Marmite, you know, it's quite controversial. People have different ideas about using cardboard on allotment plots and for raised beds. I think it's brilliant. I think it's such a good base layer. It helps to suppress the weeds. Of course, it also breaks down over time quite easily, and it gives something to sort of feed the soil as well. So I think it's brilliant using cardboard. I have done this before. And it's worked very well for me, so I just think it's very ideal. And of course it is in abundance. You can get cardboard free and readily from anyone that's had furniture delivered or they've moved house. So yeah, it's readily available. Lots of people are always getting rid of cardboard, so it is a perfect material in my eyes. But obviously it's very important to remove the plastic on there. This is the fun part where I get to be creative and design how I want my beds to be laid out. Me and my husband have differing opinions on this. He is all for very straight lines and kind of structured layout because he's practical in his thoughts of how the paths are laid out, so it's easy to maneuver a wheelbarrow around, etc. My view is it's an allotment plot, it's not my garden. I don't mind it being a little bit rough around the edges. I don't want it to be so, measured and precise, and as long as I can fit a wheelbarrow around, I'm quite happy. So he has left me to it in the end. He's just said, okay, however you want. I think I've got enough. I think I've done how many beds did I do in the end? I think it was about 9 beds in the end, and I've got more cardboard to create a few more. As you can see, I'm still working away there, pulling tape off this cardboard. That was a long process.
What smell? Huh? In my shoe.
Oh, should I get it for you? Should I get it for you? Now, just have a look at the power of this hose. This is my plot neighbour's hose. He has tapped into someone else's water system, which is connected to that tap that I keep talking about, which is somewhere in and amongst all that wilderness, which I will find eventually. But oh my gosh, it was so hot. I really felt like I could have just stood under this hose and yeah, had a cold shower. It was so tempting. Okay, so today's work on the plot. I have laid out all my cardboard to wherever I'm going to do my no-dig beds. I've weighted them down with branches and whatever else I could find, to be honest. And I think that's quite a good start, really. Done a little bit more trimming. We do have some strawberries coming on the strawberry bed that I inherited. I borrowed the neighbour's hose to water the cardboard. And where did I see a strawberry? I saw one somewhere. I'm sure I did. Oh, look. Cute. So yeah, we've also cut through some of this bramble over here to try to create a little bit of a path leading through the wilderness and trying to find that water tap that's somewhere. But like I say, my neighbour's been kind enough to let me use his hose that he has tapped in somewhere, somehow, over in the distance. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. That's enough for this weekend, I think. We've done well. My husband's been using his new toy, the petrol hedge trimmer, and that's made easy work of those brambles. And yes, here we are. This is where we're leaving it for the moment. We've unearthed this rusty old wheelbarrow that's got a flat tyre and some holes in it, but waste not, want not on an allotment, so I think I might fill that with compost and have it as a lovely little herb planter, a little herb garden, or even more strawberries. I will decide. This is what he's been up to today. Cutting all the bramble back. That was over here, and that was dense. So that petrol trimmer has done wonders, to be honest. And this is the pathway that we're trying to create for our plot neighbour. We've given him a gate at the top there, but obviously we need to make it a much nicer path for him. So clear away like this bramble, probably put down some membrane of some sort and wood chip it, possibly, because otherwise this is all just going to grow back. There's obviously lots of roots in the ground still that we need to dig up. But yeah, been busy unearthing it all. Of course, it wouldn't be a day on the allotment without unearthing some treasures. So my son has found some bones. There's that one, and this one over here. So I'd say the foxes have buried those. Cleared this space here, been cutting back these brambles, still more to go. Just creating piles, really, hoping they'll just dry out and then we can perhaps burn them or something. I picked up a table and chairs from Facebook Marketplace. Someone was giving them away for free, so why not? Look at this. A little picnic area for the allotment. Oh, and please do take some time to appreciate my little radish harvest. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here in my pyjamas having my morning coffee by the stream, my favourite peaceful little spot in the garden. I do feel so lucky that I get to enjoy this view every day and all the wonders it brings, all my little nature's visitors. Something my littlest always enjoys helping me with is collecting some seeds and sprinkling them around the garden. And here we are collecting some forget-me-not seeds.
Done.
Not yet. Stay still. Stay still.
Done.
I think so, yeah. I'm just at the front of the house now looking at my tired pots with some dead plants in that really do need a refresh. So I am here now with my little garden centre haul. I picked up some pink kisses, they're called, those sweet little dianthus, and some petunias, lots of petunias. I am going to start with this hanging basket. Please remember the advice when filling pots and hanging baskets, and they generally say to have a pillar and some spillers and some fillers, and I pretty much only have some spillers and a pillar, if you can class the dianthus as a pillar. So yeah, that's something to give it some height and some structure, some plants that tumble over the edge, and of course some little fillers to be dotted in between. But I still think it came out lovely. I just really wanted to brighten up the front of the house and put some colour out there. I'm just taking out all the old compost now of this hanging basket. It hasn't been up since last summer, and a lot of the paint on the inside is also chipping away, so I do end up just clearing out the whole thing. Look at all that paint on the inside. So yeah, it all gets thrown away and topped up with some lovely fresh compost. I'm really happy with how that turns out. It may not be your traditional pillar spillers filler, but I think it looks very cottagey and I love the colours together. Really brightens up the front of the house.
I can help you.
Oh, stick. Okay. Right, I'll pass you this. Oh, you're going in?
Huh?
I was going to say, I can pass you these plants and you can put them in that box for me. In there.
Poison in that. Oh. Stop.
Put them in the box.
Someone said.
So I'm just onto this pot of carnations now and they look so tired, but they do really have some pretty blooms on them still. So I was trying to work out if I could save them somehow, but decided no, I don't think I can. So out they all come. It was so hot today, guys, doing this. Honestly, I felt like I was melting out at the front of the house. The sun was beaming down on me. You may remember this pot. I planted some tulip bulbs in here and I had them out the front of the house, but it's time for them to come out now. They've been gone a while and this pot needs a new lease of life. It's very satisfying to be at the end clean-up process, about to see the results of your hard work. And here it is, some much needed splash of colour to all those pots that were just looking really tired, and I'll admit pretty dead, some of them. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think it's turned out rather pretty, so that will really cheer up the front of the house. Time to give it all a drink now. Sorry, I know I show it too often, but I have to give you an update on my rose hedge after all the rain we've had. I love it. This is her view at the back of her garden. Absolutely stunning. I could sit here all day and look at this gorgeous view. Stunning. See the horses there? It's unreal, isn't it? People pay to go on holiday and sit and have a view like this, don't they? Holiday homes. Oh, she's so lucky. She's got rhododendrons here, one here, and one on this side. Oh, these trellises are lovely. With climbing roses off them. These are a lot like the roses that I've got. What do they smell? Yeah, got a very light fragrance. Fruit trees bordering the trellis as well. She's got an apple tree there. I think that's a plum. Lots of hedges around the garden. Oh, view for days. She's got this gorgeous wildflower garden. Very cottagey. A little pond. Oxeye daisies and geums and poppies and lavender and foxgloves that have gone over now. Take a look at these cherries. Look at these cherries. Little cherry tree. The hollyhocks have come out. Gorgeous colour. We've got, what are those at the back called again? I keep losing it. Salvias, achillea. There are some anemones there that will come up. I don't know what these purple spires are, but they're lovely. More oxeye daisies. Look at this lavender. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. And then, which I'm very jealous about, is she's got a raspberry bush. And I can't even grow 3 raspberries, let alone all of these. And she said she's got a punnet in the fridge too. It is literally gorgeous, the garden. Stunning garden. I love it. South facing too. 120 foot. She's got her work cut out really. She was never a gardener before moving here, but she's learning now, fast. Great big buddleia here. She was thinking about getting rid of that, but I said no. It would be lovely. It's good for the birds as well. She can hang bird feeders in there. I bought her that little bird feeder. And obviously the butterflies and the pollinators. You're gonna love that when that's in bloom. Lilac there. And I don't know what this shrub is, but it's very pretty. Very pretty indeed. I like the fuchsia colour. She's got aqualegia here too. My aqualegias have all finished flowering. Well, after all that, it was time to sit down and relax with a cold drink and take in that beautiful view. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.